Hey, if you talk to my wife, make sure you tell her that I ordered the grilled chicken salad, dressing on the side. Oh yeah. Hey, I'm at the airport again here, and I headed out to Southern California for a couple of days. I recently had a really interesting conversation with a sales professional about closing and about her frustrations and her seeming inability to close. And it really came down to an insecurity, a sense of, have I earned it? Am I worthy? That sort of thing. I think everybody is insecure on some level. That I know I am. I know I certainly have my insecurities, but I look and I go, well, for my own success and for your success, what is it that makes us successful? And I don't think we have to be the smartest person in the room or the most talented or the most outgoing or the best speaker or anything along those lines. There's a phenomenon called talent stacking, where we take a lot of things that we're good at and we put them together, and collectively it prepares us for our task. And when it comes to the sales process, when it comes to being a trusted advisor to the people around you, well, that's what we do. We take the best of our relationship skills, of our discovery skills, of what we know about our customer, our experience, everything together, and we couch them into that idea of talent stacking. So be bold. You've earned it. Be the hero. Be the advocate. Get the sale. All right, sometimes you have to have client meetings. It happens. These are very important things. This is where the business gets done. You have very important conversations, very important discussions about what the future of your business is going to look like and how you can best support your client initiatives and how you can really add value and serve your customer as much as you can. So I'm going to go have some client meetings now. See ya. This is actually one of my favorite days out of the entire year. This is day one kickoff for my, what I call my roundtable. This is a mastermind group of sales leaders. I had a comment that just came up that I thought was really interesting, and we were talking about time management. The question, how do we manage our time? And the specific issue that I got from this one individual is I don't have time to do everything that I'm being asked to do. And I would look at it from the perspective of, if you're asking how to manage time, forget it. You can't manage time any more than you can manage the wind. You can use the wind to your advantage, but you can't manage it. You can only prioritize. And that's the issue. It's not time management, it's priority management. Now, we vote with our time because every minute that I spend doing one thing is a minute that I can't spend doing something else. So I would challenge you to ask yourself, what are your priorities and what does your time tell you about your priorities? So you might look and say, I don't have time to read. Okay, then I would just challenge you to say, do you have time to watch Netflix? I'm not saying there's anything wrong with Netflix. I love Netflix. But if you're looking and saying I don't have time to read, that's not true. What you're saying is that my priority is to watch Netflix. Well, it's the same with our work, with things that go on in our work. We say we don't have time. The question is it a high enough priority? Because when it's a high enough priority, there's always enough time. Everybody has exactly the same number of minutes in the day. The question is not time management, it's priority management. One of the things that we were talking about was when we're trying to do skill development, what's the most important thing that I can do in order to improve my skills? And somebody said, well, practice. I mean, if you're going to improve your skills, you have to practice. And I'm not going to argue with that. I think practice is a very important part of skill development. But what we were really looking at here as an essential step to skill development is that you have to be prepared to fail. And I believe that failure is a critical component, a critical aspect of skill development, because so many people, they don't want to fail and they're so afraid to fail because they see failure as a bad thing. There's an easy way not to fail, and that's basically not to try. And I'm going to suggest to you that not only do you have to be not afraid to fail, but you need to figure out how you can embrace failure. You need people to look at it and say, I practiced, I tried this, and I failed. Yeah. If you're trying to develop a skill and you're not failing, you're not making progress. So embrace that. Don't consider failure a bad thing when it comes to skill development. Consider failure an absolutely necessary thing to skill development.